Good morning, and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning to you. It is the Coffee and program right here on ON, AM, and FM on Friday morning.
Right here on our show.
August the 29th. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with you, along with Dave Richards. Good morning, Dave.
I am. What do you know?
We expect,
I was just the other place, too.
We expect Melissa Murray to be joining us today as well. No Rich Elaine today.
What?
No, you know, he always talks about that courtesy car.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing his courtesy car thing this morning.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's a good excuse.
That's a good excuse.
I'll give him a pass on that one.
He said someone called up, and they had an appointment in Providence at 7:30.
Yeah?
So he's already down there. And so
fine.
he didn't think he'd be back in time for the shoe today. So
And guess what? He's right.
And he's right. So, okay. So Rich will join us. Rich says we're going to record a Coffee In for Monday. And Rich said he'll be here for the recording of that. So we'll be hearing Rich on Monday.
It'll be a never before heard, but
yes.
Not necessarily live.
Correct.
We'll be recording it as if it were live.
All right, Dave, go tap your fingers on your keyboard over there, because the first segment of the Coffee and program is brought to us by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, and they have a new CEO.
Yes.
I saw that announcement the other day, and I'm like, I don't know how you pronounce that person's name. It's a woman that's been there for, 17 years or so? I remember reading that, and she'll take over for Liz Catucci
That's right.
next month, probably at the end of the month.
Monica P. Zuluaga.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm thinking Zuluaga.
Yeah.
Although I've never heard her name pronounced before, so I'm not sure. But Monica, forgive us if we got it wrong, and we invite you to correct us. But but we want to learn your name and like that. But it's not a Smith or Jones, that's for sure. Zuluaga is what I think. Has been appointed as our next president and CEO, effective next Tuesday, September the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Monica brings over 17 years of leadership experience spanning chambers of commerce, Fortune 500 companies, and private sector business development. Most recently serving as vice president of strategic sponsorships and partnerships, I should say, and membership at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber. So she knows the place. She knows where it is. She's been working there for a while and has been recognized for building strong member relationships, driving innovative programming, and championing pro-growth legislation across 13 municipalities. And Woonsocket, too.
All right.
She'll be responsible for leading the chamber forward, strengthening partnerships, etc. Please join us in welcoming Monica to the role, reading from the press release, which came out, the 26th was when?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right. Tuesday it is. Very nice. Okay, so that takes care of that. And as far as events, well, on September 9th, when is that? That's coming up on, is it Tuesday the 9th? Tuesday the 9th, yep. Yes. At 4:30 p.m. at Our Spot Bar and Grill, Newport Avenue in Pawtucket. They have a special Sip, Savor, and Socialize. Don't call it business after hours. We could call it anything we like, but we're not going to call it business after hours anymore. Networking pop-up at Our Spot Bar and Grill. And whether you're looking to grow your professional network or connect with your peers, that'll be a place to go. It's a chamber mixer. You know? All right. So that's coming up on the 9th. Later on, of course, the executive golf outing on the 16th. 24th has the Eggs and Issues breakfast featuring Senate President Valerie J. Lawson, someone whom Ms. Murray is intimately, not intimately, I mean, is well familiar with.
Yes.
People are going to take it the wrong way if I say it the other way, but it's a catchphrase.
Yes.
But
yes.
that's
People
not
take
what
everything
I meant.
the wrong way.
I didn't mean it that way. They're going
Yeah.
to take it the wrong way. You know her. You've seen her around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the same Senate class. We came
Melissa's
in the same
here,
year.
everybody. Melissa's here. I stole Joe's announcement.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning. Yeah. we
And
shared
like
an
that-
office for 5 years, so
Oh, wow. Okay.
You've seen her around.
I've seen her a little bit.
Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, 334-1000.
All right, Dave, thanks. And, well, you brought up Newport Avenue. They had a nice accident on Newport Avenue,
Didn't they,
Pawtucket,
huh?
yesterday. And I'm looking at the the story on Channel 12's website. 32-year-old man was taken into custody driving under the influence.
No.
Yeah, they don't have a name
we
yet.
learned.
What's
No.
that? Oh, do we learn? Oh, no, Dave. We have not. Looks like he crashed into another vehicle first on Newport Ave before he hit the house.
Well,
Yeah, and there you go. So the
when
other
you hit
driver.
the house, that's kind of
Yeah,
final.
that's the end of it.
Yeah. So the other driver, that I guess was in his car, involved in that crash, he was brought to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries. I guess the person arrested, he's okay. He has no injuries.
Isn't that always the way, right?
Yeah. And now, but the
Not
house.
always, but
Not always,
so
but, you know,
frequently
you're
because they're loose,
loosey-goosey, yeah.
They're right. Their
Don't-
body just
Tense up, right?
right. If you know, it's when people fall. If you can think to take the fall and relax your muscles,
Because that's the way kids do it.
and that's the way
They bounce.
stuntmen do it.
Yeah, we just roll.
Right. And so, yeah, kids.
But-
I mean, they haven't fallen a lot, so
Yes,
they
they
don't
don't
know
know.
that they have to tense up.
Right.
But the rest of us who have fallen and gotten hurt falling,
We know.
right? So
That's why you
know.
get hurt so much more when you're older, because you're just like, oh, I know what's going to happen now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, so
Falls
that's
are bad.
Yep.
I'll
So
go
no
on record with that.
No
Falls are
word.
bad.
No word on that on the man. Just that he was 32 years old, and he's been arrested and being charged with driving under the influence. And the house is uninhabitable.
Oh, rats.
Yes. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, Channel 12 says when they did the story, they said we noticed a large gaping hole in the house.
Well, it's not
and
just that. They shut
the
off the utilities. Once you
Well,
shut
yeah.
off the utilities, you have no more certificate of occupancy from the municipality, so you may not sleep
Yeah.
there.
So the damage left on the house uninhabitable for now. So the Red Cross is stepping in as they always do to help out the people in
Thank you,
the
Red Cross.
house. So that's what's going on there. I brought this up on Tuesday. Let's see if you're right, because I like to always do my conspiracy theories with with Ed and Linda, and I'm like, I think I'm so right on this, and it comes down to Ripta,
Yeah.
Okay.
who came out with, we're gonna cut service. And
Yeah.
and we're gonna cut service. We're gonna lay off employees. What they really wanted is we want to increase the fares. Well, look what they're doing. The service stays fine, and we're going to increase the fares.
Well,
Which
the
is what they-
governor got
which is-
involved and says, "Quit messing around."
I don't think that's all smoke and mirrors, Dave. This is what they wanted from the get-go. You don't think so?
No,
Melissa?
you got to
No.
understand that the governor came in and enabled all of those changes that they didn't want to do because they were afraid, and so he made the hard decisions. They can blame it on him.
Well, sure, you can do that, but this is
Yeah,
what they wanted all
Because guess
along.
what? Now somebody's running for governor next year because we have to elect the governor next year, and they said and he doubled the fares on RIPTA. Because
Well,
he was
yeah.
involved in the discussions that got them out of the financial problem. Because if you read the story, Joe, a little bit later on in the story, toward the end, it talks about sustainability in their financial status. In other words,
We want
you're
more
doing
money.
things. No, you're doing things that are going to help you not just solve today's problem, but head off other problems. Right, Melissa?
Theoretically, but I think when the legislature goes back into session, that plan will probably be reviewed.
Well, I'm looking at a story
really?
from Channel 12 once again.
Yeah.
The plan that the board has approved includes a quote a multi-year fare adjustment plan.
Yeah.
And service reduction to the following routes. 75 is Woonsocket, right?
No, 54
Oh, well,
is the main Providence.
And yes.
Oh, okay.
54 is the main Providence Woonsocket.
Yeah.
54 is on here. It's
Yep.
on the list.
Yep.
It's basically every number from 1 to about 100.
Yeah. So that would probably be weekend service.
What doesn't say?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was part of
So
the
they're cutting,
original plan.
they're cutting
so
service
that's-
and raising the fares. That's the way to
Yes.
get more riders.
Yeah, yeah. The new proposal also includes a quote a one-time advance from the state, unquote. Doesn't say how much the one-time advance is.
Well, I had heard that the governor had some discretionary funds somewhere
Okay.
that he could have used to bail them out,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to use it that
Correct.
way. So he demanded that they make big changes so they won't come looking to him for more money again later.
Correct.
Well, the one-time advance will allow RIPTA to look into more federal funding opportunities and advertising revenue strategies because they put a lot of billboards on the
That's
on
right.
RIPTA buses. now.
Fewer buses? I want to put ads on fewer buses.
Well, it'll make the what's his name? It'll make Mike
Have you-
Bottaro and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Resmini very happy. I mean, that's what you see is
Yeah, yeah.
the lawyer
the
ads.
attorneys.
Well,
The attorney
yeah.
ads.
Injured? Call me.
That's
But,
right.
well, the nature of their practice requires them to advertise
Well,
a
yeah,
lot.
to be seen a lot. I get it.
And yeah, to be top of mind when someone, because nobody, well, I won't say nobody, I suppose. I'll amend that to saying few people plan on needing an injury lawyer or a commission lawyer like that. So they don't have one whose business card is in their wallet at the moment they need it. So they have to have top of mind awareness. So you'll call the 7 number, if you remember. Whoever's number
Or the
that
4
is.
number or whatever it is.
Yeah.
right?
Mike
Whatever one you
Botaro's
might
got the
say,
sevens.
Yeah. Someone else has the 4s.
Pretty
Well,
smart.
I know
yeah.
Bataro had the 7s, Joe, but I
Yeah.
wasn't going to give him a free
Well,
plug because
all
now
right.
you got to write it on the stinking log. But anyway,
Well, we're not saying what the 7s are.
All right.
Anyway, the changes at RIPTA go into effect on September 27th, but it doesn't say in the story, what the fare increases are going to be. Is it going up a quarter?
Well, they're
Is it
still
going up
licking their
50
chops
cents?
on that,
Is it
aren't
going
they?
up $2? I don't know. It doesn't say.
but personally, I always thought they were underpriced. I was happy. I didn't offer them any more money than they asked for, but I would have paid more when I used the bus than what they asked me to pay.
It was
and
$2,
still
right?
found it a bargain.
Yeah. Well,
Because
it
you
was
stop and
very
consider,
low.
if I'm going
$2.
down for jury duty, think of what it's going to cost me to park my car down in Providence. $2 each way on the bus was like,
It's a deal.
it's not a decision.
And
Yeah.
I don't mind paying it either, but I don't rely on the bus daily, right? So it adds up.
Yeah, it'll add up. No, I'm
Okay.
not saying that
Multiple
it's a
trips a
good
day.
thing to
Yeah,
raise
it's
the
not.
rates, but if you have
not
to
good.
do it
It's not
against
good.
not having the service,
$10 a
I
week,
still
$40
find it a bargain.
month. So, yeah.
What's that?
Well, if it's $2 a ride, so that's $4 a day.
Well, it's already $2 a
so
ride,
now,
I think,
now
isn't
it's
it?
$20 a week.
So it might be $4 a
Yeah,
ride.
it might go up.
But
It
you
may
know what
double.
those bucks are worth? The $1975?
And well, how far are you going to get on $2 worth of gas?
Yeah.
You're not getting to Providence if you're on empty.
Can I tell you something else here? Well, we got another break coming up, but
Yeah.
just this is another one of those. The fabulous Denise and I were talking stories, and we were talking about the cost. We just got back from shopping, the cost of food, the cost of this, and everything else like that. Of course, we've been around for a while, so we remember, when it was 39 cents for a loaf of bread. I actually was driving before the when price of gas was 29 cents. You weren't, but I
No, I
was
was too young.
I was actually driving a car when the price of gas was around 29 cents a gallon for regular. And by the way, regular had lead in it.
All right. I remember that
back
those
then.
days.
Right. So anyway, so we were thinking about all that, and I just got philosophical on her when she was going tis, 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 and shaking her head back and forth. And I got philosophical, and I said, Denise, you got to understand, when you and I started working, minimum wage was $1.42 an hour. Minimum wage is now $15 an hour. 10 times what it was before. The people who pay those wages to those people have to raise their prices in order to pay those wages to those people. So think about it. If you had $10 in 1973 or 75, and you had $10 now, it's worth $1. A tenth of what it was worth then. So you've got to now have, instead of $10, $100 to do the same amount of monetary financial work.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. It just made me think of something I always had when I was young. I always had an emergency dollar in my ashtray. I never smoked. That's back when they actually had ashtrays in
right.
cars, right? I always had an emergency dollar in
For
case
what?
for gas.
Yeah, gas.
Oh, all right. All right,
Or
all right.
To get
like I
home.
need a drink of water or like
okay.
something.
All right.
Like if you
Interesting.
But now Melissa, now Melissa, it's a tuck of 20.
yeah.
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 Yeah,
You're right.
tuck of 20 is the common way of going about it.
Well, I don't keep money in my car anymore.
By the way, I didn't
so.
get to the part that I was steamed about.
Oh.
About all of this stuff. I didn't tell you who I'm blaming for this inflation. I blame corporate America,
All right.
which demands higher figures, higher sales numbers, higher profits, all
Higher
the time.
bonuses for their
The
CEOs.
only way to get more dollars sometimes through all the vagaries of inflation, deflation, blah, blah, blah. The only way to get more dollars is to make every dollar worth less so you can count more of them and be happy.
All right.
And so that's how it all happens, little Joe and little Melissa. Just
Well,
remember
we have
that.
to make sure that the
They're all out to
CEO
get you.
can pay for their third home.
That's important.
Yeah, and the yacht.
All right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can take a break here. on
And
the
do you know
Coffee
what a
and
yacht
program.
costs now?
Oh my God!
Right?
It's crazy.
And you don't even have to pay taxes on that yacht.
But back when Dave said gas was 29 cents a gallon, my mother always told me this story about her father would only put 50 cents worth of gas in the car at
Yeah.
a time.
Yeah.
Not that it filled it up.
No.
But that's all. That's
But the
that's
car
all
was,
you get.
The car was getting 10 or 12 miles to the gallon,
it was.
probably.
Yeah, and he didn't drive that much, so
Right.
no, he
only the big
50
boats
cents
were
worth.
getting less than 10. My dad had a Nash Rambler.
Yeah.
And 5 kids. Give you an idea how hard he was working to save a buck. But that had a little 4-cylinder engine, and he loved it because it got somewhere between 15 and 20 miles to the gallon,
That was
which
a
was
lot.
like astronomical
the
back in the
time, yeah.
1960s and early 70s.
Filling up the car every 2 weeks.
Well,
All right, break time here at Coffee and Dave. Time for a second message, please, from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
334-1000, the telephone number to call right after 9 o'clock this morning. And next Tuesday, right after 9 o'clock, you can call and welcome Monica P. Zuliwaga, I think, IOM, as the new executive director and president, CEO and president of the chamber. Congratulations, Monica. We'll be seeing you soon. Maybe we can get you on the radio to give your own messages. That'd be cool.
That would be nice. All right, more coming up. We got a message to get to when we come back.
ON 1240.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntowl and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
We are local and live at 99.5 FM.
It's Coffee and right here on ON Radio. I'm Joe Callahan. Dave Richards is with us. Melissa Murray is here as well. And I heard on our national news, Melissa, because they're still giving out information about the shooting in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And they just talked about the shooter, and they said something. I don't know if they found stuff about him or what, but they just said he hated everybody.
Yeah.
He hated everybody? Jews, Christians, Muslims, white, black, Latinos. It didn't matter. He hated everybody.
Mm-hmm. You have to be pretty hateful to shoot children praying in church.
Yes.
I mean, that's...
And he was a student there when he was a kid. He went to this school.
Oh, I didn't see that. I knew
Yeah,
that
they mentioned that,
their mother
on the news.
worked there,
Yes.
I think, right?
But
And
he went there as a
and
school,
then-
so he knows the routine. He knows
yeah, and there
when
were
they're gonna
drawings.
be.
There apparently were drawings of the church and like showing where exactly in front of the windows, and then it's really bad.
Yep, and now
This is not the time to be defunding mental health or any kind of like health right now because.
But
Yeah.
he had no criminal record.
Right.
And nothing
Bought
like
the guns
that,
legally.
And bought the guns legally. So. And so now the Catholic schools in Rhode Island are asked to review their safety protocols. So
Yeah.
Are we supposed to have armed guards around the church, around the school?
What about coffee shops? What about movie theaters?
Well,
what
it's
about
just gonna keep-
malls?
you're just going to
Like,
keep expanding out.
you're not safe anywhere. You're not safe anywhere.
I told that to my daughter yesterday at dinner
Just,
time because
like-
she's going off to school again, and I said you got to be vigilant everywhere
just be vigilant.
you are not safe anywhere.
Yeah. So like when you go into
Mm.
a movie theater and you're like, okay, I'm gonna look at where the exits are, and I'm just gonna kind of make a mental note of like where I am in proximity to everyone else. Like that's the way, and we just accept it now. Like we're like, well, that's the way things are now. Like no, it's not.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be.
But it's like when you get on an airplane, they always tell you, take a look around where the closest exit is.
Yeah.
It might be behind you.
It might be right,
They always
right.
say
Well,
that. It might
yes,
be
and I
behind
always
you.
think about that
Oh, yeah,
too.
it's-
Whenever I'm anywhere,
It's 2 rows
right?
behind me instead of 10 rows in front
You
of me.
shouldn't have to go to work or go out of the grocery store and like make a mental note of like where is the back door in case someone comes in and starts shooting and I need to leave.
I don't know if you know. Dave knows this person, Richard Severia.
Yeah.
I know Richard.
Yes,
A
I know
great
Richard
guy.
well, yeah.
Richard's like Rich Lane. He's an ex-Marine.
Yep.
And he said this is the only answer for this, and it is armed guards at every school, at every entrance. I'm like, oh my gosh, the cost is going to be astronomical if we do this. But I also happen to agree with him that may and you got to put up signs as you're getting closer to the school that basically says that there are armed guards at the school, and if you try to do any wrongdoing, they have orders to shoot to kill. Before you
Well-
start killing others, we're killing you.
But if someone like this individual has this plan in their mind and they say, look, and I have this other gun in case I need to use it on myself in a video
I'm
that
sure
was
that's an
going to be
idea,
released.
yeah.
That was like in the video that was going to be released on YouTube. So they don't care. They're going to get
All right.
as much,
that's
hurt
the-
as many people as they can.
But that's
And
what's
also,
better?
like, humans are infallible, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I need to use the bathroom, or I'm just looking away, or like, I'm here, I've been here, for every day for a year, and nothing's ever happened. So, like, maybe I let my guard down a little. I just don't think armed guards at every school is the answer. I don't think that's the way we want to live in this country. Other countries don't have to do this.
No,
They don't.
But I'm thinking, these kids, what they're used to, and they're used to, fire drills and
Yep.
also active shooter drills.
Yep. And so the kids, which, as you know, because you have a child in college, right?
Yep.
The kids are in college now. They've been doing that
Oh, yeah, they're just
basically
used
their
to it.
entire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I saw this online, and maybe it's like a whole new industry. The desks that we had in school were just basically planks of wood attached to metal things attached to chairs. Well, now the new thing is, it's a tabletop, and it's metal in the front, metal on the sides, and so if there's an active shooter call, the kids, mostly in elementary schools, it'd be tough for high school, but elementary schools can get down and get under the desk and then pull doors shut. And the whole thing is bulletproof. I didn't quite see where they breathe from. There's got to be a hole in there somewhere to get air in. But I'm like, is that what it's coming to? That all these desks will have all new desks come in that you can now get under them and close the door and lock it?
How is that the answer?
Saves their lives. That's
Right,
the answer.
I understand that.
Yeah.
The way I was saying that is like, how is that like where we have come to? Like, we're like, oh, okay, well, now we just need to make bulletproof desks.
Yeah.
Or we could, and this is very unpopular, right? Registration, background checks, putting other things in place for folks who can't just go out and buy a gun whenever they feel like it, right? Like the folks who want to use firearms, and I'm not against firearms, I'm not. I think there's certain types of firearms that people shouldn't own, and everybody knows that about me. They know that about my voting record. There are certain types of firearms that I think, like, if you're not trained and you're not military and you're not police, you shouldn't have. But stronger background checks, and I'm not going to go as far as to say like a mental health check, because I think that's a slippery slope. But also, we need to make sure that we properly fund mental health.
All right.
And that people have access to it, right?
All right. We do have a note that was called in. Completely different subject. Completely different.
I just got one too.
And I don't know how you feel about climate change and where things stand, but that's the note called in. The New World Climate Change. The rate of falling glaciers has increased dramatically in this century. The effect of glaciers is stunning. They are the height of the Empire State Building, and when they crash into the sea, it affects all seacoast throughout the world. The rising of them will displace 150 million people in the next 20 years. I don't know where they get their information like that, but I've heard the sky is falling since elementary school.
Oh no! Listen, we're all going to die.
Yeah,
It's.
so I don't know if this is going to.
Well, I
take
mean, that
place.
is a true
Pretty sure
statement.
thing.
Is it?
Pretty sure thing. We're all going to die.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, look,
That's for sure.
No, I don't want to make light of people.
No, I'm not making light of it
Yeah.
either. No.
But the fact is that global warming is real. It's been going on since the Ice Age, and thank God, otherwise Woonsocket would be under 50 feet of ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I heard that back in the 70s too, when I was in elementary school.
Oh yeah, well, listen.
And then-
when we were in
then
school
they
in the
followed it up,
70s,
Dave.
they said that we don't have enough food. There's
yeah, that's right, that's right.
overpopulation.
We're
There's
gonna
too
run out
many
of oil.
people in the world. We're running out of oil. We're running out of food, and all the rest of this stuff. It's all just baloney that people are trying to get you scared. I mean, anyone who tries to manage you by scaring you, there's a word for it, and I'm not going to use it in polite company.
Our teachers always followed up with, yeah, things are warming up, and yes, we're going to have another ice age. A fact, it's coming.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be around for it, so there's nothing to worry
Not
about.
likely.
But
We're
I
like 10,000 years from now.
We also
kind
need
of
to
thing.
be, mindful stewards of the earth if we're going to pass it down to future generations. And yeah, just where I used to go when I was little, this little beach house, which was in the third row, in Amatunic. Oh, guess what?
Now it's on the beach?
Now it's on the beach. Right?
All right.
Third or fourth row in, right? Like, just in that small amount of time.
Yeah.
Not small amount of time,
The
because I'm not
erosion
very
has taken
young. I mean, I'm
place, yeah.
50. So, in those 50 years, which relatively, in relation to how long,
right.
we've been around, is not a very long time.
We're going to take another break here on the Coffee and Program, but before we do, did you see the line for Judge Caprio's
Yeah.
wake at the convention center yesterday? I'm like, wow, just
Yeah.
like they anticipated.
Yep.
There's a lot of people coming.
I got to say, I thought, maybe this is a little excessive, but no, it really wasn't.
No, it worked out, I think, smart that they did
Yep.
this and didn't have it at
Yeah,
a
that's-
funeral home to clog
wild.
streets somewhere. So the line was, we
You
get the,
never would have been even able to get through whatever
Oh,
town
no.
it was in, right?
And it says hundreds of people showed up. I'm thinking thousands of people showed up for his
Probably.
wake
Yeah.
yesterday, and his funeral is today.
that says, volumes about who he was
About
as
him.
an individual. Sure.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break on the Coffee End right now. Time for a look at the forecast, being brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Showers and thunderstorms likely today, 80% likely, high temperature of 75 degrees, a quarter to a half an inch of rain is possible today. Tonight, showers and possibly a thunderstorm continue, but clearing up overnight low of 51. Saturday's weather, sunshine and 74. Sunday, sunny and 76. Labor Day, Monday, mostly sunny and 77. Tuesday, sunshine and 77. Wednesday, mostly sunny and 78. And on Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 78 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, cloudy skies, no rain at the moment, and a temperature reading of 62 degrees. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Wow! Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
Ah, what a crown jewel of a day in the kingdom, my queen. Our young subjects shall delight in the attractions at King Richard's Fair in Carver.
You mean the kids?
With knights jousting on horseback, exotic animals, and entertainers of every variety. I declare King Richard's Fair is royal fun for all of us.
Plus acres of food, drink, rides, and games abound.
Not bad, hon.
King Richard's Fair. Weekends August 30th to October 19th. Tickets at kingrichardsfair.net.
Coffee Ann on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us. This segment of Coffee Ann is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper, which is Dave is reaching for right now, so he can tell you what's going on.
Copies, Joe.
On the front pages of the Valley Breezes.
You betcha. And I have my Cumberland Lincoln edition right here. Construction wraps up in time for the return to school in Cumberland. Oh, good. Lou's Jennifer Martinez has the story there. Cumberland chief is saying the progress toward the goal of more police officers, body cams and stuff like that is working. There's a nice little picture on there for Luca Strumwasser of Cumberland, enjoying sitting in the seat of a backhoe during the annual Touch-A-Truck at Diamond Hill Park last Sunday. There's more pictures further into the paper, and boy, he looks pretty good behind in that caterpillar there. All right. And Sophia Barr writes from the Cumberland Lakeshore edition that Lincoln's 225 ornament honors Salesville Friends Meeting House. They have one every year. Isn't it nice? In the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition of the Valley Breeze this week, Woonsocket seeks to revive the community garden with a YMCA land deal. This was discussed about on our show at the last Woonsocket City Council meeting that we broadcast live. Mayor Beauchamp came up and said, you know, we're really disappointed this is taking so long, but here's the problem. YMCA is for sale, the property. Part of the property that they own in Woonsocket.
The old one on Kendrick Ave? Are we talking about that building?
No, you're thinking Boys and Girls Club.
I am thinking Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
The YMCA was from Federal Street.
Federal Street. Okay.
And of course, the pool is complicated.
Right.
And Chris Beauchamp, as the mayor, has been trying ever so hard to do something to retain some sort of services here in Woonsocket. Can you get a group together that's going to have the wherewithal to run the pool?
Yeah,
well, he's trying,
right,
but it doesn't look like that's going to come through. And then it looks like the whole place was going to get sold, and they kind of had handshake agreements with the people who were going to be buying it. Well, that sale didn't go through, and now he's got to start all over again. But they own a little parcel of land behind what used to be the telephone company.
Yeah.
Still kind of is.
Yeah.
There on Clinton Street, and that's where the community garden
it's always been there.
Well, yeah, it was a baseball field at one time, and they made it into community garden.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember it being a baseball field.
It was a sandlot baseball field, but I'm going way back. So anyway, he's trying to get that up again, but you know we don't have permission to use it because it doesn't belong to us. And he's trying to work on that. Anyway, you can read all about it with Corey Plant's story here in the Valley Breeze. Woonsocket does move ahead with talks to transfer the wastewater facility. Corey Plant has the story there. I believe that you spoke about that with former councilman John Ward on the Wednesday Coffee and Show, right?
Yes, we did.
And he brought forward a lot of his concerns. I'm just going to say, as a matter of opinion, that I have many of the similar concerns in the situation.
All right.
Because I have experience with the NBC, and we do not mean the National Broadcasting Company. So I mean professional experience in my career, and so I have opinions.
All right.
Ask me about them sometime. Corey Plant also writes in the Valley Breeze, North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition that Hallowell Community Center costs are climbing.
Oh, what a shock!
Of course they will.
What a shock!
$7.29 million right now, and on the way up.
and
Yep.
Do the best
keep
you
on
can.
going.
The construction costs started off
Skyrocketing.
around $6.5 million.
Yeah.
Now it's almost $7.5 million.
Wow.
And the longer you wait, boys and girls,
The more it's gonna go up.
more it's going to cost. We know these things from experience. Valley Breeze, great news stories, great ads from great local businesses, and it's free where you shop every Thursday. Valley Breeze Newspapers brings you this portion of coffee and discussion.
All right, thanks, Dave. A couple of
And
notes
by the way,
called in.
Tom Ward's birthday is coming up next week.
Oh, super. Note called in to Melissa. Keep up the good work in your district.
Thank you.
Helping other people. So good for you.
Thank
So
you.
that was
Appreciate
called in.
that.
And we
He
got
put
another.
his name on that, too, by the way. It's Dennis.
Oh, okay.
And
Thank
we
you,
had
Dennis.
another.
He says, mention my name. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So
We usually don't.
I don't get a lot of thank yous, so that's much appreciated. Usually I'm getting yelled at.
And when another one said that they would like us to comment on an editorial that was in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Well, I don't get the Wall Street Journal, and I don't. Even if we went and looked it up online, they would have today's edition of the Wall Street Journal, not yesterday's edition.
there may be a paywall, but I don't know. I haven't checked.
And it's got to do with the shootings in Minneapolis. They said it was a great editorial, especially the last paragraph. So if you want to do a little
I'll
research,
check it out.
Well, that's
where
that's
it is.
it.
I just don't have a
As the
chance to see
program
it.
goes along, there is little to no time for research. This isn't a talk show; it's panel discussion. So, we really have to have written stuff in our hands earlier in the show than when that came in, or before the show, ideally. But we mentioned that to honor the message coming in, so that others can go look it up online themselves and take part of that. Unfortunately, we won't be able to comment on it because I can't get it in front of us. We've got a couple of things going on here.
All right, moving on to other things. I don't know if you heard about this story. It happened yesterday in Shrewsbury.
It happened in Shrewsbury.
Yes.
Sounds like a book.
And not much, quiet little town
Is that
out
a
there
book
in,
title?
in Metro West. But a man was took.
I mean, it's got
dropped
an
his-
interstate highway or two going through it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sleepy little town.
Man drops off his 6-year-old son at an elementary school. Then
Yep.
he's going home and
Yep.
got into an argument with another man
Yeah.
about painting. I believe that's
it
what I
was
heard
a
about.
graffiti artist, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the other man who's in his 20s shoots the 57-year-old man and kills him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. So,
Proving once again the graffiti artists are well armed.
well, possibly, yeah. The victim apparently took pictures of what the suspect was doing. They called 911, and the dispatcher, who's on the 911 call, hears the shooting
Yeah.
while it's taking place.
Well, now it's a
Wow.
911 call. Somebody.
Well, I would guess so.
Well, he was
somebody-
calling 911 because he was graffitiing, and now I
Right,
want to.
that's not really a emergency.
Well, not really, but-
it turned into one.
Yeah. Now, the man in his 20s is known to the local Shrewsbury police. It was later arrested in connection with the killing. Wow. Must
So
have a,
Senseless.
So,
a
you
very
know,
senseless. Yeah.
well, I'm glad you used the word senseless because I was wondering whether or not that was too strong or not. I think I'm going to adopt it. Senseless in as much as graffiti is senseless. See, now, we're not talking about graffiti-style art on a surface where it's been set aside for expression, artistic expression, because that happens.
I thought this was a fence, but I'm not positive on
The
that.
fact,
But you're right. It's
the fact is that actual graffiti is defacing someone else's property.
but in this day and,
And
age,
so
Dave,
that's senseless.
Right.
But I mean, people keep trying to say, "Oh, well, look at what a great artistic expression these people have, and
Yeah,
have
that's
to
not
have an
theirs.
outlet. So use the side of my building."
well, if you want to
That's
offer up your
wrong.
building, go
That-
ahead.
No, that's wrong.
But now
That's
it comes
wrong.
down to, in this day and age, what should you do? Should the father have just said, "Nah"?
Stand
Or just-
there, call the cops. When the cops come, point and say, "Have they broken the law? If so, please do your duty. If they haven't, sorry to bother you."
And maybe he was, and the other person came up to him and said, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm calling the cops on you." And then he takes out the gun and shoots him. So yeah, I don't know.
You have to
All
call the
the-
cops.
yeah.
You can't take it into your own hands. That's a second wrong, and
Yeah.
two wrongs don't make a right.
But it was just terrible that this took place in Shrewsbury, Mass, yesterday. So I didn't hear about this until Dave
Do you
did
know
the
what
story.
a shrew is, by the way?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and then
it's
like
a little bug, isn't
do
it?
they?
No.
No. Think witch.
Oh, and that's what I was
in the
thinking of.
classic. In the classic.
Well, I knew that from Shakespeare.
There you
Taming
go.
the Shrew.
There you
Yes.
go.
But I
Right.
actually thought it was an actual animal.
But I'm saying,
sort.
okay,
Look that up, Melissa.
Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury.
Oh, there has to be a Shrewsbury in England. They're just,
Well,
we named all our
I think
towns.
you're right about that.
Of course.
We named all
I'll
our
fold
towns
on
after
that hand
England.
because I think you're right.
All right.
I was thinking of the rodent.
Everything.
That's it.
They're like they're
It's
not
an animal.
like they're like a little mole or a vole.
It's a shrew.
Which I don't know the difference
Right.
between a mole and a vole either, but like
It's a little animal.
like it's a little like hamstery
Okay.
thing.
All right.
Everything around here was either a place in England or
Right.
an Indian name.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
All right. I didn't hear about this until Dave read the story this morning, and I'm like, I didn't know this. So Donald Trump wants the federal government to take over South Station in Boston. Possibly.
Well, one of his minions said it in his
Yes.
name.
The remarks were made by a federal transportation official who was at South Station on Wednesday and complained about the conditions. Okay,
Now, Joe-
if you ever been to South Station, yes,
Yes, of
aesthetically, it's not very pleasing, but you're not supposed to be hanging out there.
That's where Customs House was. That's where we used to go to get our FCC license tests and stuff like that. Yeah,
At
I'm
South
familiar with
Station?
South Station.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
North Station was Boston Garden.
Right,
South
still
Station
is.
was Transportation Hub. But interesting thing about all that. Read further in the story, and can you say meow? Maura Healey makes a really, really pointy comment
Yeah.
about the president's personal financial situation.
The governor says they don't need a guy who went bankrupt 6 times taking over Massachusetts train stations.
Now, that's a meow, I'll tell you right there. she's going for the juggler on that one.
I haven't been to South Station in quite a while. I don't know how bad it is or good it is. I know there's a McDonald's there. I know that. There's a few other
It
restaurants
doesn't
there.
matter. I haven't been in a train station that wasn't Providence, that wasn't a little on the depressing side.
Yeah, I mean they're
Right.
not great.
Providence isn't.
Okay, so they're gonna come over. Are they gonna take over Providence Station? This is ridiculous.
So
this is ridiculous.
all the times I've been to South Station,
Oh, you just don't like Mr. Trump.
but all the times I've been there,
I don't like him or his regime, and I.
Ooh,
Yeah.
regime.
yeah,
Meow.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
But
But you know, that's
trains,
a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know, it's a slippery slope.
The
I
trains
thought we want less
run
government.
on time.
Oh, great.
out
They
of
said that
South
about
Station.
Hitler, too.
Yeah,
But that's
right.
all. But that's all
Right.
you want.
Right.
You want the trains to
Right.
run on time.
Oh, gee whiz.
I don't
It's
need.
a
I don't need.
slippery
I know
slope.
you're not making a comparison.
No.
You're being facetious to a certain extent. I understand that. So I'll give you a little bit of a pass on that. But it doesn't solve the argument. It doesn't solve the problem.
Well, I don't know
Doesn't
I don't know
solve
what the
the problem.
conditions are. Are ceiling panels falling out of the sky? I don't know. Is paint peeling on the walls? I don't know. I haven't been there.
Send in the National Guard. They can spread mulch around.
There's no.
I know.
There's
I'm.
no
I'm
grass
being. That's. I know they
outside
were
South
doing that
Station.
in D.C.
Is
because
it,
that's what their job
yeah.
is.
Oh, did
I mean,
anybody
come
hear
on.
what the mayor of Washington, D.C. was saying the other day? Yeah, crime has gone down.
Yeah.
And if you'd given us that many people in our police department, it'd have been just fine. You know?
Well, we can't. That's right. We can't afford it, right?
She said you could solve anything by putting more people
money.
there.
Yeah.
You know, you want to control people? Have more armed officers. And if they'd have given me a budget to have that many armed officers, we wouldn't have had any crime to begin with.
You make investments in the community. You're gonna see crime go down.
Well, yeah.
No,
I mean-
no, that's oversimplification.
It
but
is
I get
very
where you're going.
oversimplified,
Yeah.
but
I get where you're going with it. You can't let things lie fallow and expect them not to be a magnet for negativism and negative things. Yeah, you've got to pay attention. You've got to spruce up the property. You've got to constantly be watching. That's why absentee landlords, absentee owners of businesses, they things don't work so
Yeah,
well when
right.
they don't have a caring person at the helm.
so every time something looks a little dingy or someone goes in and they feel vulnerable and threatened because of things look depressing, like, oh, well, we're just gonna take it over. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery.
No.
It's a slippery slope, and I don't like
Yeah,
it.
well, we'll cut him a couple of yards.
I know
of
this sounds
slack on
crazy,
this
but
one
like
because
less
you know what
government
he's
is
doing.
more. I know
He's
that sounds
just-
crazy coming from me,
He's
but less
just
government
being a
is more.
bully. That's all
Yeah,
he's doing.
yeah, but
and
it's-
bullies can do
it's-
it. He's emboldened because of the way that he won this time after He doesn't think he lost last time, but he lost last time. So he's emboldened. He's just being a bully. And this whole thing about Greenland, and they're fanning the flames.
Does that come back into the news?
Foreign minister of Greenland, of Denmark, issued a statement claiming that the United States is fomenting unrest in Greenland by constantly talking about the U.S. coming in and taking over this and changing that and stuff like that. Now, the United States citizenry
maybe they're trying to do a
completely
grassroots
disinterested
thing.
in this
Well,
story,
yeah.
but
in Greenland,
the
it must
foreign
be
minister
big.
of Denmark, which owns Greenland, is saying that they're here and they're spreading disinformation and discontent, and why are they doing that? And they shouldn't do this because you're never going to get it from us.
All right, back to Shrewsbury for a minute. Another story. It looks
Are we talking about the shrew or the berry?
The shrew. The man in his 20s was, according to the story, Dave, that we have another story on it, the man was spray painting Free Palestine on the fence. That's
Right.
the graffiti.
Okay.
So maybe the man that was shot and killed...
That is a disrespectful act for some people.
It is, and maybe the person killed, and I don't know, maybe they were Jewish.
And
took offense to it.
And was he spray painting on property that belonged to him or belonged to someone else? These are the key things, Joe. Graffiti defacing someone else's property.
It just doesn't
without
say.
their permission. That is a crime.
Yeah.
It's also an artistic expression, and people are going to say, oh, look at the wonderful colors, and boy, if we could just take that artistic bent and push it this way, we could have another Van Gogh on our hands.
That's not what I said when my shop windows got graffitied, but that's okay.
All right. Well, maybe it wasn't so artistic a person.
It was not.
Defaced
It
your
was
shop
not.
windows.
No, I didn't appreciate that. So.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming up, and this segment of Coffee and has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide.
ON 1240.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
We're local and live at 99.5.
All right, it is Coffee In on ON AM and FM, and I need Dave back because I got another message in, and so I got to wait for him to come back on that one. But you know what? Down in Florida, they have the big snake hunt every year.
The snake hunt. Oh my gosh!
And it does so well.
Yeah.
But not enough.
No.
There's way more snakes. So they're doing something else. And the state of Florida is introducing robot rabbits in its efforts to control the invasive Burmese python population in the Everglades.
What could possibly go wrong?
The South Florida Water Management District collaborated with the University of Florida to deploy 120 of the innovative tools this summer, hoping to lure the elusive snakes from their hiding spots.
So they're like
good at that.
Spy rabbits.
Basically, yeah. The $4,000 mechanical decoys, is that $4,000 each? Anyway,
Probably.
the $4,000 mechanical decoys mimic the appearance, movement, and even scent of real marsh rabbits, which are a favorite prey of the pythons.
Uh-huh.
Officials say the project is still in its early stages.
So what do? They swallow them whole, and then
I don't know.
and then the rabbit explodes.
That's what I was
doesn't
thinking.
say.
But then now I guess it's just a surveillance thing.
Snakes,
But then, like,
snake dies of indigestion.
Or they're trying to lure them out of where they're hiding to go attack
But they're
the
going to
rabbit.
eat them. That's
and
what I
then
was thinking.
we'll grab the snake.
Okay.
I
Well,
guess.
this is standard hunting technique.
Officials say the project is still in its early stages, but initial results are promising. All right, so there you go. All right, Dave.
Until somebody deprograms the rabbits and they just start like attacking the town. This is where my mind goes. I'm like, what could possibly go wrong with this?
You mean the robot rabbits take over?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Didn't you have that on your
What
bingo
a-
card for
What
2025?
a vivid information. I mean,
it's like the-
imagination.
it's like
you
the
have.
Terminator.
Yeah.
All right,
Exactly.
got sent a note that says the man doing the spray painting in Shrewsbury was
Yeah.
spray painting his own house. And I was sent a picture of the spray painted house. Where you can actually read
His
where
own
it says
house.
His
Oh,
own
now,
house.
there-
His own house.
And
There
he's
you go,
spray painting
that's-
Free Palestine on it. And you can certainly read it.
I mean, I guess-
Here's a guy who deserves to be arrested and incarcerated, and to the fullest extent of our law.
He also spray painted Free Congo as well.
Well, it doesn't matter. Now, if it's his own, then it's not graffiti, although it's a term that people
Yeah.
will understand what he's doing. But because he's defacing his own property or writing things on his own property, he'll run afoul of zoning laws.
Possibly,
But other than
yeah.
that, I'm like
Okay.
I can't put WOON radio painted on the side of my building here because
'Cause
it's
of
a
zoning.
sign that's more than 24 by 24 and it violates zoning laws.
yeah.
Can't do that. But this, when he was challenged to pull out a gun and shoot the guy because the guy's going to call the cops, he should have just stood there, wait for the cops to come in. Hi, I'm so-and-so. This is where I live. There's my identification. This is my house, and I'm painting my house with some slogans
Yeah,
that I
because
want
I
to...
can,
Right,
right?
because,
Or theoretically,
This
right.
guy over here is trying to stop me. He's saying rotten things. He's on my property, and I don't want him here. Please take him away. The cops would have done their duty.
He's also spray painted. We got the Black Lives Matter BLM.
Yeah.
He also spray painted GLM. Anybody know what that one stands
no
for?
idea.
Look that one up, Melissa.
You want me to Google that?
Google that. What does
I
what does
feel like-
GLM stand for?
What?
Yeah, in bright red letters. So yeah, so okay.
I feel.
It's-
What if I?
Gay lives matter?
I thought of that, Dave.
Yeah?
I did, but
But-
I don't know if that's a thing. And
Well, I mean,
it could be. Maybe trying to start a thing.
I pass one in a nearby town all the time out front. It just says, your life matters.
Okay.
It just says,
There you go.
your life matters. And I said, now, who's going to disagree with that one?
All right. Anything, Melissa, yet?
General linear model or generalized linear model? No.
I don't
It's-
think
it's
that's what
just a
you're spray
thing. No,
painting.
No, I don't think that's a. No. I don't know.
All right.
Okay, more on this. Shrewsbury.
Whatever it means in his head to him, right?
Says he was spray painting a bridge. The guy was driving home from dropping his son off at school. When he confronted the guy, he was not spray painting his house at the time of the crime. Okay, but he has spray painted his house. But he's doing a bridge.
Well, it was definitely was not very artistic.
Yeah,
So I
no.
would say that.
Yeah, I didn't think that
right?
was particularly
No, it's just
attractive.
letters, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Now we're passing comment on
I
it.
know on his talent.
Yeah, right.
It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
shot
He
and killed
murdered a
somebody.
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right,
your
so-
talent right now doesn't
You're
matter.
not. Yeah. Right. I'm with you.
All right. He should have done what this guy did down in Washington, D.C. when he got mad. A man was caught on video throwing a sandwich at a federal agent.
I know. This has been like. And have you seen all the memes of like
No,
the
I
sandwich?
haven't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is a thing? Okay.
Yeah, this is a thing now.
The Office of the U.S. Attorney, Gene Pirro, announced the charge Thursday, a day after it failed to get a grand jury felony indictment, so now it's just a misdemeanor. So video of Sean Dunn throwing a sub sandwich at the Border Patrol officer is going viral. It happened August 10th, days after President Trump had National Guard troops sent to the city to help fight crime. At the time of the incident, Dunn was a Justice Department employee. Oh, wow. Interesting.
I mean, is throwing a sandwich
Well, it's a
at
misdemeanor. It's a
someone
misdemeanor
a
assault.
felony?
No,
Right. I mean, right.
I guess they tried to get it. And a federal.
I mean, I feel like a sandwich could kill you, but not after like being thrown at you. Maybe if you choked on it.
All right, GLM, Gaza lives matter.
Oh.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Especially when you got
with
Free Palestine on there as
okay.
well. So
Okay.
GLM would
Okay.
be Gaza Lives Matter.
All right,
that would be
makes
along
sense.
the same.
I didn't have time to really go
Protest.
into the weeds on that, so I was just like, whatever.
And you can't throw sandwiches at federal agents, Dave.
I wouldn't
well,
try to do
that would be assault anyway.
It's a misdemeanor assault.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
They tried to get a felony indictment, and the judge said it's a sandwich.
it's a sandwich. Right.
So no on the felony. So, but we did get the misdemeanor assault. So okay.
Okay.
So, all right. Wow. San Antonio, Texas. A man who stole a live shark from an aquarium in San Antonio in 2018 is in trouble with the law again.
Again.
Deputies arrested Antone Shannon this week for a second time this summer. They say he's linked to a string of crimes, including stealing a tractor and a boat. He's also suspected of ripping off Walmart, allegedly making off with items like ammunition and a Shark brand vacuum. I wish I had the story about when he stole the live. What do you do with a live shark after you steal it from the aquarium?
Well, I
How
can
big
tell
is
you,
that shark?
as someone who has been in a family where we had pet sharks, we had every kind of pet when I was growing up, with 6 kids, you watch them die.
Well,
because
yeah,
you
that's
cannot
what's gonna
sustain
happen.
them.
No.
You cannot sustain a pet shark.
Maybe he was trying to free the shark.
In captivity,
right?
you can
San
bring it. You
Antonio's
can
not near
have
the
a
water.
you can have a big old aquarium. You could fill it with salt water. You can throw fish in there if they are a carnivore species of a shark. You could do anything you want, but the shark will expire because unless it's like big like a swimming pool,
Yeah.
sharks gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Cannot stay still.
I just saw this
because that's how they breathe.
Yeah. I just saw this on the internet. I mean, you can have sharks, nurse sharks, sand sharks in captivity. You cannot have a great white shark in captivity. It's been tried, and they're a different breed. And what they do is they slam their noses into the glass.
They're top
trying
predators.
to break out.
They're like top predators.
And
You
once
can't
they
do that.
realize they can't get out, they stop eating and say,
Yeah.
"Okay, it's suicide now."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm not staying here, so
That's
I'm
right.
out of here."
You know how I feel
Sharks-
about zoos, right? And I
Sharks
feel
do
the
not
same way
survive in
Yeah.
as home pets.
Right.
I think is what I was
You
trying
shouldn't
to
have
say.
top predators in captivity. It
If you've got
messes
a
up.
big like a swimming pool place,
It's still not
and
big
you,
enough.
and you do everything you're going. It's going to be expensive.
Yeah. All right.
Because
I'm
you
not-
have to keep replacing
But also,
the
like,
minerals
just
and the
don't
water
steal
and-
stuff.
Well, you
How
shouldn't be
about
stealing
that?
sharks,
You shouldn't be
yeah.
stealing stuff.
All right.
Pretty much. Tractors, sharks, whatever.
Oh, that's right.
Vacuums.
Vacuums out of Walmart. You're right. All right. Old friend Bill Belichick, back in the news.
Good old Billy's back.
He's the head coach of the University of North Carolina now.
Again?
No, he still is. This
Okay.
is his first year. But him and his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, wants to trademark the term gold digger.
I read about that.
Because she's putting out a line of jewelry and keychains. And she doesn't want to run afoul of...
She wants to trademark the term gold digger.
Gold digger, 2 words.
Well, she
okay?
wants to keep people from using her trademark
Well, that's right.
for jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been around for so long.
Well, I know, but it's a derogatory term. It's just in conversation and stuff like that. Where seriously, she's got a point, and that's a good business decision to attempt a trademark on a line of jewelry.
There were a few others. I forget which else he
Because
wanted
it's a
to,
business.
yeah.
There's there's profit involved. There's intellectual property involved. There's all of that stuff.
Well, she did the right thing. The trademark application was filed through TCE Rights Management.
Yeah.
The company Belichick owns and
They're
Hudson
clearinghouse.
manages. So
They're
yeah.
clearinghouse, yeah.
So that's what you got to
We'll
do.
see what
So-
happens.
It
Gold
touches
digger.
all the bases. Oops, wrong sport.
Well, that's it. She's shooting for a touchdown, Dave.
Is that what she's shooting
There we
for?
go.
Okie dokie.
Thanks, Dave. I need to bring Steve along as my own personal audience.
I guess
to
so,
laugh,
yeah.
laugh at my jokes. There we go, right there.
That's funny.
At you? All right. Let's see. Oh, and I like this also out of Florida.
It's always out of Florida.
Yeah, a person in Batman pajamas got credit for catching a burglar in the process of stealing from a neighbor in Southwest Florida. That is so funny. Who caught you? Batman caught me. That's amazing. Cape Coral, Florida Police Department showed up at a home early Wednesday to find a suspect already detained by a neighbor wearing Batman pajamas.
Assuming that it was
the Cape Crusader,
yeah. Assuming that it was an adult in Batman pajamas.
Oh, it'd be worse if it was a child that detained the burglar.
A 12-year-old kid, no.
Don't move, I got you. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Dave, thanks for being here.
It's been a fun time.
All right. And
by the way,
yes,
listen in on Monday as we have a new, never-before-heard program that we're going to record later this morning.
All right, very good. Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Everyone have a great long weekend. Stay safe and enjoy.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew, the Do You Remember program with Mr. Steve Peluso. Hooray.
Mr. Steve Peluso.
We'll be here after the 9 o'clock news on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Prosecutors in Minnesota say the person who shot into a Catholic school as students were praying was filled with hate. Rory O'Neill with more.
The acting